words people would use to.
When I was the age of 1, my parents adopted me from Hunan, China. And if it weren't for them, my life would be tremendously different and my typical day would not look the same. I may not have had the opportunities to go to school, join sports, and have the relationships that I do with others right now. Being able to do these things may seem small for one person, but to me they're huge. And these opportunities are only a little part of why my adoption has impacted my life. My parents tried to have kids of their own for a while, but they were unable to. But luckily for me, adoption has always been an option, given that my older sister is adopted too. As a baby, I was not the healthiest when given up for adoption, so the orphanage didn't count me as a priority necessarily when it came down to food. I ended up being malnourished and developmentally behind other children of my age. But when my parents adopted me, this setback didn't discourage them, and they loved me just the same as if I was healthy. My parents are the ones that raised me, nourished me, and made me who I am today. Without them, I probably wouldn't be alive. I've known that I was adopted my whole life growing up, but it didn't affect my love for my family. If anything, it made my appreciation and love for them stronger. Knowing that they took me into their family as one of their own is something that I'll never take for granted. Blood means so little when their hearts are so big. When I was growing up, I often received many questions from friends and peers at school about my adoption. And although it's a sensitive topic for some people, it's very natural to me because it's all I've ever known, so I'm fairly open talking about it. But the question that always gets me, and I never seem to be able to justify to others, is the, "Do you ever want to meet your real parents?" question. The reason that this question just baffles me is because I know that my parents are my real parents. Although I find it strange, I don't hold the thought against anyone because they don't know any different. To them, their parents are their biological parents. So the idea that they don't share the same DNA with theirs is odd. The answer to this question is simple for me. I simply say no, almost immediately following my response every time people ask why. Well, to me, my biological parents are just two human beings on the other side of the world. Although they gave me life, my parents have given me love. My biological parents were not able to provide a life for me, and I don't hold it against them. They knew that they couldn't give me what I needed and loved me enough to give me to another family that could. Besides that, they didn't play a role in my life to earn the title to be my real parents. What my story has taught me is to love with my whole heart, appreciate everything, and remain hopeful. Even when my parents' plans weren't cooperating, they never lost hope because they knew that everything happens for a reason. It's because of these two people that I've had the life that I do, and it was all because I was adopted.